This is Rogue Wing, Coraline, or Helen RD over at Starship Modeler. Welcome to the workshop. And we're back at it. More Aves work. This time we're working on the head of the Solaria. I figured I would do half, let it cure up. Actually, at this point, this is probably stiff enough I could go in and do the other side. But again, it's the same formula. Smear the Aves in. I may still go in and add some dividers just to break this up a bit. And then we work on the top of the battle head. I deliberately left this area open because inside these slats are the RCS thrusters that are located in the front of the bow. Let's clean that out a little. There we go. But that's where we're sitting at the moment. Obviously, I've still got to come through and do this side, as well as the other side of the bottom piece. But that's where we're sitting. Greetings. More work on the Solaria's armor plating. Went ahead and finished the other side of the upper head. Still got to trim off some of the excess Aves. I've added the channels to kind of break up this panel. Done the same thing with the lower part of the head, adding a channel here, as well as going back into the stuff I did previously and adding a mirror channel there. Also got the tops of the flight pods done. I've gone ahead and left this section where the struts would actually mount empty because I am going to be adding some extra struts in that'll be running off the side of the pod. So I figure that way I don't have to work too much around the extra Aves. And of course, I've mirrored the work on the other flight pod. So far, so good. With a little more work, I'll be able to actually start thinking about, I don't know, building something. Greetings. Decided, as I'm working on the plating for the Solaria, share a little bit of my technique, such as it is. Working on the bottoms of the flight pods. Got some pre-mixed Aves Epoxie Sculpt here, and that lovely blue color that I've been using. Basically, I'm going to pinch some of it out here. And what I'm going to do, I want to preserve this detail along here because that's actually where the launch tubes are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the bead of Aves down along the side of it. Make sure I stay clear of the detail. Oop, that's getting a little lumpy. So we'll wet the fingertips. Use the thumb to smear it into place. Oop, looks like I've clogged some of my tubes. So, take the knife here. Just clear out that detail. Smooth the Aves back down. And pinch off a little more. I'm not too worried about losing the armor plate here because you can see on this side I've actually been covering it up. I figure with the flight pods exposed on the Solaria, they're going to need more armor than the Galactica pods have anyway. And lay the Aves in. It's not terribly precise, but gets the job done. This again is about where I start lamenting the cure time of the Aves. Again, as you can see here, I'm kind of melding the armor detail into what was already there, so alright. This chapter will likely be a little longer than most of my videos, but kind of wanted to share how I was doing this. I'm not too worried about the back of the flight pod, because that's where my strut additions are going to be going anyway. Alright, smooth that out. Try my best to clear it off the existing plate. Wet my thumbs down and fingers down again. Now, one last thing while I've got the tape running. Take my texture stamp here. Give you guys an idea of what I'm dealing with. Wet it down in the water. Just basically press it into place where I want my plates to show up. Didn't quite roll that the way I wanted to, but we can fix that by simply angling the texture stamp. Then I'll bring it along the edge of the existing plating. Actually, I need to smooth that out and redo it so that it aligns better with the existing plate. Not too worried about overlapping on the existing plating. Then I'll go in using this bit of card, wet it down, and do the same thing I did here. Clear that channel out. And that's how we've been working it.